So let's begin by settling the body, adopting a stable, comfortable, upright position serviceable for meditation. So we think about keeping our feet flat and our back straight, torso open. Hands in the lap, right over left, with the palms upturned and the thumbs gently touching. Our eyes are gently closed or slightly open, making sure we let in enough light to remain alert. Try to maintain an awareness of not slouching or leaning. We also let go of any unnecessary tension or rigidity in the body, relaxing into a stable, comfortable, upright position, just allowing the body to fall into place. And we begin to let go of attending to the outside world, allowing sights and sounds to be as they are without investigation, constraining our awareness just to the body and mind. Beginning to concentrate that awareness in the present by attending closely to the physical sensation of the air as it moves into and back out of the tip of the nostrils. Giving ourselves the instruction to notice quickly when anything other than that one physical sensation is arising in the mind, and then without judgment or frustration to lift our awareness up from those distractions and place it gently but firmly again and again on the breath. And then we generate a broad altruistic motivation in our mind for our time. So we begin to cultivate the view, the understanding of oneself as being exactly the same as every other sentient being, with respect to the ways in which we are motivated to be happy, to be free of suffering, and with respect to the fact that the claim that we have on being happy, on being free of suffering, is no greater than that of any other sentient being. And yet, in our own lives, up until now, we've mainly followed the mind of self cherishing, the mind that seeks one's own interests, even at the expense of others. The mind that ignores the needs of others due to a self centered view. So we think that having met with our own spiritual tradition, having all of the necessary causes and conditions in this life to move beyond self interest, to tap into a deeper meaning, that we ought to put time and energy and effort into beginning to care more about others, to replace the mind of self cherishing with the mind that cherishes others. A mind that works only for one's own welfare, with a mind interested in securing the welfare of all. And this mind depends upon becoming deeply familiar with constructive states of mind, those that naturally support actions that are beneficial for others, and reducing and ultimately eliminating the familiarity in the mind with destructive states, those that agitate, disturb one's own peace of mind, those that often motivate us to act in ways that harm others. So we take that process of transforming the mind as the purpose of our time, so that we may be of greater and greater benefit to sentient beings. And then if we think of one of those troublesome drives, states of mind, we think of the energy of attachment. One of these primary driving forces in our lives, where we come across things outside of ourselves that seem to be pleasant, pleasing to the mind. Inanimate objects that we enjoy, circumstances that we prefer to be in. And when we think of these circumstances, these objects, we only look at them through the lens of the aspects that seem enjoyable. And then we feel like one's happiness is dependent on being in that situation at all times, possessing those objects. And we feel like one's happiness is threatened by the ending of those circumstances, by being separated from those objects. This exaggerated mind drives us to engage in actions again and again. So think over the last months, think of the role of craving attachment. This mind of constant dissatisfaction. Notice the inherent agitation that this mind introduces into your experience. A lack of peace, tranquility in the mind. How often in a day, in a week, do we act like attachment is the only way of relating? Again and again, we follow the mind of attachment because we believe that it will bring happiness. We believe that the next possession, the next status in society, the next relationship will be the cause of our permanent contentment. So imagine getting everything that you want, thinking too of having gotten the things in the past that you've wanted, and try to recognize that the mind would be fundamentally unchanged, just as it's been fundamentally unchanged up until now. Every time we've gotten a better car, a better house, more money, and begin to contrast that with whatever experience you have of meditation, whatever experience you have of being around more highly advanced spiritual guides. Recognize that there is a happiness available to us from the mind itself, a happiness that increases more and more rather than is temporary and fleeting, a stable happiness embodied by our teachers that we may glimpse in our practice. making time and space for this true happiness to develop depends upon arguing against the mind of attachment when it arises. That mind of constant dissatisfaction, the mind that believes things outside of itself can bring true happiness. That mind is inherently deceptive. It's based on a fundamental exaggeration of what things outside of ourselves are like and can do. But the mind's innate potential for spiritual growth cannot be exaggerated. It is limitless. And therefore, that mind is not deceptive. Trying to give rise to a confidence in this understanding based on your own experience. And then give rise to a determination to follow that path of inner training, the path to stable happiness, the path that depends upon reducing those problematic states of mind and cultivating all of the positive qualities of the mind: generosity, patience, ethical restraint, loving kindness, compassion, wisdom. A determination to no longer be deceived about what to adopt and what to discard in one's pursuit of genuine happiness. And then when you're ready, we'll come back together. We'll dedicate. So recollect your altruistic motivation and think that by having engaged in this contemplation, you've actualized that motivation, which in turn has generated positive energy in your mind. And think that you freely offer the fruit of your practice, that positive energy, for the benefit of all sentient beings without exception. Thinking strongly, when this positive energy ripens, may it serve as a cause and condition to eliminate war and conflict, poverty, famine, disease, disasters, all painful inner and outer conditions. May it fully ripen the minds of all sentient beings. May they quickly meet perfect teachers and arise in the state of full enlightenment. May I too achieve the state of enlightenment so that I might work for the benefit of sentient beings perfectly. May any obstacles facing the Ven.Losang life be completely dispelled. And may I and all sentient beings in this moment come under the joyful care and guidance of enlightened beings. May we be guided and protected until we swiftly achieve that state of enlightenment. Thank you.